This is how to create meta ads in under 5 minutes, completely idiot proof, showing you exactly what to click on, right? So first of all, you want to go under create, click on this green button right here, because you're going to create a lead campaign to get leads if you're in lead generation and doing pay-per-lead. Now you go on to continue, right? And then you click here, give it a name that you can recognize. Always have a naming structure, because Meta really gets confusing if you have a lot of ads running. So you want to keep track of specifically what you name your campaigns, ads, as well as ad set level. Now this stuff, right, is a campaign level. This is like the overarching level. Now this is the second level. This is like the middle level, right, where you can go more in depth in choosing geography and targeting, which means basically what kind of gender of people you want to target, what kind of location, what kind of age, right? We're gonna go into that a bit more in depth, but here you can select your daily budget, which is exactly what you want to do. You can also make a lifetime budget, so it's only going to spend $350 and then not more. And if you select daily budget, it's going to spend somewhere between $25 and $43, which is the maximum, right? But this is basically the average, so you can also spend more than $25. You got to take into account. Now what you also want to do is leave on, like, this stuff is all bullshit, you don't need it, right? In 2026, we live in an era where good creatives, good ads, good videos that capture attention, and where you really can implement consumer psychology strategies to make people click your ads, that works, right? All of this, like, button clicking is like the top 5% of cherry that you need to pick. Now, financial products and services you need to have on if you're doing insurance related products, employment related products, housing related products, as well as politics related stuff. Like, don't say, if you want to advertise stuff about Trump, you know, you got to select this, even though if it's about like a I don't know, you're trying to advertise a dildo, I don't really care. But if you have Trump on your ad, then you need to select this, because politics is politics, and it's not really, it's a sensitive topic. Now everything else you can really just, you don't really need to care. This is bullshit for now, this is also bullshit. And then you need to focus on just creating. So on the ad set level, guys, you can name it something that you can remember, right? Make sure it is something that you have structure with to be able to recall on later. Instant forms are little forms that people fill out on Facebook and Instagram. They put in their first, last name, phone number, as well as email address usually. It's like 2 clicks. The leads are not the highest quality, but you'll get decent volume. In some industries it works, in other it doesn't, right? Facebook page, here you have AU Business Loan Compare. You have this like our brand in business loans that's running, and then basically you want to select something like this and also link it to an Instagram page if you have one, or you can just run it on your Facebook page. Now performance goals, maximize number of leads. Don't change anything here, don't change anything here, and don't change anything here, right? This is still advanced shit that you do not need to worry about for now. And specifically what you want to do, right, is do not set an end date, because you want to keep the campaign running, right? Unless you have client specifications, and you can click on this and set an end date. Now this is the important part that you need to click on, right? Specifically here, what's interesting is that you need to be able to select the location, right? For instance, you're gonna include like we're gonna include some random location in the city of Vietnam, for instance. Now this part is important. That's one of the buttons you want to click off, right? Because reach more people likely to respond to your ads means it's also gonna show these ads to people who like to visit Thailand and Vietnam, and this like little vacation orientation spot, I don't care, in Vietnam, right? So people that are like in America that want to visit these 2 places are gonna get shown this ad when you have this selected. So turn it off, because you only want to reach people in Thailand and this location in Vietnam. Now that applies for all other locations as well. You want to go down here and just ignore everything else here, because it's super irrelevant, and Meta is just sometimes confusing, right? And you don't want to deal with it. Now this is something that you need to click on. This is important because it basically shows you where Meta shows the advertisement on, right? On Facebook and Instagram, because obviously Meta can show it in different types of feeds, stories, as well as reels and search results or apps. This is bullshit to turn it off. This is also bullshit, turn it off. This is also bullshit, turn it off. Now here, what you want to have selected, right, is obviously Facebook feed and Instagram feed. Now, mainly you will have a lot of young people here, like ages from 10 to 20 to 30 to 35, upwards of 35 or upwards of 45. You will see people on Facebook, I would say 45 upwards of 45 to 60, 70, sometimes 80, right? So here they will convert better because older people are more likely to not understand it's an ad and actually click on it. Younger people hate ads, so this is harder. Now, it really depends also on the industry, on the ad, right? Because you can make an ad super likable for young people as well. This is stories and reels. So Instagram stories, Facebook stories, Instagram reels, Facebook reels. Those two type convert really well because sometimes, you know, you scroll a reel and then you see an ad that's actually interesting. I personally have only clicked on reel ads, right? Because I was scrolling and saw something interesting. It was very specific to my situation. Now, here's also a tip. Be as specific as you can on the pain points of your customers, right? That will always attract attention no matter what. Pain points of customers. Let me say that as an autistic 7-figure pay-per lead agency media buyer. Again, pain points of customers. Be specific, right, about what kind of customers they are and hit their pain points in the first 3 seconds. Now here you want to click off everything. This is all bullshit, right? Don't click this and then click off this because you don't want to allow any spend to these bullshit placements. Like I don't even know what this like absence, I don't know what that is and I don't need to know, right? So click on this part because now we're gonna go on to the ad set part, which is kind of cool. Right now I was like doing something to hire editors so you can also make your questions in this form, and this is basically an instant form where basically leads fill out information that you need to get from them basically, and also obviously first, last name, email address, as well as your phone number being the most important one. And here you want to click off this multi-advertiser ads because it's bullshit. Multi-advertiser ads means it's gonna put your ads on like different stuff that is like weird and you don't need that. And then here you can create and manage instant forms, right? It's pretty self-explanatory. Here I have like email, full name, WhatsApp number, so pretty easy. You can figure that out on your own, right? And then you can you can send leads to your specific CRM, like Go High Level, which is a CRM, the brain of your business, or Google Sheets. You can set it up here, right? And in here you can basically also set up automated follow-up messages via WhatsApp, chat, or Messenger. Now specifically, once you go into the ad creative, right, you can click on something here and then you can make an image ad or a video ad, right? And what you want to do, right, once you go onto the image or video, right, is some of these things you do not want to select, some you do want to select. Now visual touch-ups you can select because it's actually going to make your picture, right, or your specific ad or video, make it fit better on the Instagram and Facebook, right? So that's actually quite useful. Everything else, enhanced CTA is also quite useful because it makes it bigger so people are more likely to click on it. It makes it like bold here, as you can see. This is the enhanced visual element, which is actually useful. So those two are useful. Everything else turn off because it's bullshit. All right, very cool. Now we want to go further, and then you basically click on publish. You publish on a new account, one ad at a time, because then if you have a bad ad that gets rejected, you can delete the bad ad and go again. Because if you have multiple rejections in a row on a new account or like a semi-new account that has spent less than $5,000, then you might get fucked by Meta and you get banned on this ad account. I have a specific SOP, right, standard operating procedure and guide on how to build up your Meta infrastructure. If you're interested, go watch that video. It's on my channel. I post raw, in-depth content. Go follow me because you might never see me again, and that's just a shame if you're serious about building a pay-per-lead business. And I want to wish you guys a lovely night because it's 3 a.m. I need to go get some sleep because my sleep schedule is really fucked up.